Hello, my name is Mike Frederick and I work for Cobate Online Support Group. This video will be concerning the management of your vendor list on your Cobate Online website. The vendor list is used to supply vendor names and contacts to different areas in the system such as contracts, human resources, and especially for asset management. If you want an asset and you want to have a link back to who the maintainer of that asset is, you would do that by creating an entry in the vendor list and then linking that to your asset. So let's get started and look at how to manage the vendor contact list. On your main site, you'll see a group of icons, and one of those icons is like this one. This says Contact Management. You click it, and you will be taken to a contact management page. On this page, you will see that we have a icon and title here for managing vendors. So let's click on that, and you will be presented with a list of vendors that are currently defined in your system. You see there's lots of information about these vendors. In fact, there's even more we'll see in a moment. So let's say you had a vendor that you had hired to maintain your ovens in some of your restaurants, and you needed to, this was a new vendor you had not done business with before, and you needed to add it to the vendor list so that you could add that contact as the maintainer of one of your ovens in one of your locations. You would come here, as you've seen, and you would click Add New Vendor right here. When you do that, a small dialog type box would show up, and you enter the name of the vendor. So this is Freddy's Repair. The vendor type is just a free string, and in this case I'm going to type what this vendor tends to do for us. And then you see a vendor role, and in this particular case we're putting this vendor in because they're going to help us with one of our assets. So I'm going to click Asset Vendor. Then we have a primary phone. I'll put that in. That's for the business itself. You can put an email here if you want. And let's make it repair. Yes, repair. At Freddy'sRepair.com. You can fill out address and the other contact information here, but as you scroll down, you'll see there's a primary contact. And let's say when you call to get repairs done at Freddy's Repairs, you call Johnny. You know you always call Johnny. I would put his name in the primary contact area, may put an email for him or even a phone number. So I've got a phone number for Johnny. So now what we have, I know there are two phone numbers, but what this is this is the phone number for the business itself, for Freddy's Repair, if you just want to make a generic call. If you have a person that you specifically call for a specific type of thing, you can put their name in the primary contact and optionally an email and a phone number so that you can get directly to them. Once all this information is filled out and you're happy with it, you click the Save button at the bottom. The list is updated, and I'll scroll down and you'll see Freddy's Repair appears right here with the information that we've entered. Not all the columns are shown all the time. Okay, so what can you do with this now? So let's go back to the main page for the site, and let's say you have an asset, and we'll view all assets from the asset management page. And let's say you're at the 529 Churches location and you have a oven right here, a Duke oven, and that Duke oven is going to be maintained by Freddy's Repair, the vendor we just entered. The way you would make that connection is you would select the item, select this little drop down and say Edit Properties. And you'll see the properties about the asset. Down at the bottom, near the bottom, you'll see there is a place for the maintenance vendor. You open that drop down box up and scroll down and you will find Freddy's Repair. So you click twice on Freddy's Repair, it appears in the box, and say save. Now what you've done, and let's scroll back down to find, there it is, Duke's Oven. You have a Duke's Oven at the 529 Churches store, which in the, let's see, maintenance vendor column is showing Freddy's Repair. Now let's say there's a case where the Duke Oven has a malfunction, it breaks, and you need to call this in. You can go to the asset management page, go to all assets, find the store, which is 529 Churches in this case, open it up, find the asset that's having the problem, and if you have the maintenance vendor listed out here, you can actually click right on that and you'll get a dialog box which will show you all the contact information for Freddy's Repair, which means now you can see that, oh yeah, that's right, we talked to Johnny and there's Johnny's phone number, and make the call right here. You don't have to go searching. Once you find the asset, if you have a connected maintenance vendor, you will see the information about it by clicking on the name. So that's why this is useful for the case of assets. Then that's how to connect a vendor to an asset and how to create a vendor entry